Hi, I'm Roger Wakefield, lead APV expert plumber, coming to you on YouTube Live. Now, this is a little different today. As you see, I'm right here in my home, and God, I don't know if we've got comments turned on or not. I hope that we do. I'm going to try this for a little while. Here's the deal. Literally, I was diagnosed with COVID the other day. I had to, number one, hello, BNL Productions, and man, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that name. I know I'll get it wrong. How's everybody doing? First of all, I'm going to move the chat over here. Guys, bear with me because we are trying something really new today. And I know this surprises a lot of y'all, but here's what we're doing. First of all, I want to tell y'all, number one, welcome to the channel. If you've never been here before, God, I hope y'all can see me better than I look. What I'm trying to do is I just wanted to go live for just a little bit to show people what's going on. And man, it looks like everything's good. Okay, so here's the deal. Number one, I've got a plumbing channel. If you've never been here before and you're catching this on the replay, I literally hope that you find what you're looking for here. If not, jump out, go into the search bar, look for the plumbing videos you're looking for. But if you are here, man, we've got some great people in here. And we have people that want to get into the trades. We have people that are in the trades and want to get better. We have people that are in the trades that want to open their own company. And we also have people that have their own plumbing company or a trades company in general, and they want to grow it by using social media. So we talk about all these different things. And I want to jump in the chat here real quick. I see that we have some actual members and moderators in here both. Good to see everybody in here. So I want to tell y'all just what kind of crazy week I've had. And I don't know how long this will go. I hope I can go for a little while. But what we're trying to do is literally, I woke up with a swollen knee about a week ago. Actually, it's been over a week ago now. And, didn't think anything of it, which it's no big deal. But the funny thing is, Tuesday morning, I was working in the studio trying to move some things around, and I bent down. Or first of all, let me go back. I've got floaters in front of my left eye. Those of y'all that don't know what floaters are, it literally, floaters are like a black spider web, and it's not all the time and it's not everywhere, but I do get these floaters in my eye, so it kind of blocks my vision, kind of messes with me a little bit. The funny thing is, I've had my right eye worked on. I had a crystal lens put in, let's say, by a guy named Dr. Harley Smarter here in the Dallas area. Did a bad job. I've had problems with it. But now I've got floaters in my left eye. So I went to get this looked at the other day. And luckily I can get all that fixed. But that morning I was moving a locker around in my studio and literally detached to my bicep. So, man, it's part of getting old, I guess. But anyway, I detached my bicep on Tuesday, went into the doctor on late Tuesday afternoon, got an MRI Tuesday night. They literally scheduled me for a COVID test on Thursday. I tested positive for COVID on Thursday. So needless to say, it's been kind of crazy. So this is not my normal broadcast. Normally we've got more than one camera. Normally I've got people behind the scenes helping me set things up and do different things. The cool thing about it is I still wanted to go live. I still wanted to jump in here and say hello to people, see how everybody's doing. So number one, I hope all y'all are doing great. But number two, man, it's been a crazy week and we're going to keep going. So yeah, COVID sucks, man. You are right. But the cool thing is, and I can truthfully say, really the only symptoms I have at all are I lost my smell, I lost my taste. Other than that, I mean, I feel good. I don't hurt. I'm not having any problems. And, luckily I'm able to work from home. I'm still trying to do social media, still trying to do a lot of things that I do. I see that we've already got 23 thumbs up. That's a good thing. So Me going through the chat is going to be kind of hard to do too. Like I said, I don't have my guys, but it's crazy. Yeah. Sean Strong, good to see you in here, brother. Says you'll be the $6 million man by the time you're all patched up. Well, it's funny because I went in for a COVID test and an MRI last week because they wanted to do the surgery today. And I'll tell you what's funny is after going in, literally the doctor's office called me this morning and said, "Hey, we want to schedule you for next week." So literally they're just trying to bump me back 7 days and make it all happen. So man, we're going to find a way to make it work. And Nathan, I got to tell you the nasal test didn't burn. Lori, what they do is that they did two different ones. They've got one where they stick a syringe or a Q-tip like right up to the top of your nasal cavity. Then they've got another one where they've got a Q-tip that's about this long and it's a little bitty skinny one. And they probably stick it in 4 to 6 inches. I mean, I think they were tickling my brain with it. So anyway, that's what's going on with me. So I just wanted to tell y'all, look, if you're new to the channel and this is your first time here, this is not the norm. Normally we're in the plumbing studio. We've got a lot of things set up there and we have a much better production than I do right here. But me, part of the community, I wanted to jump in and say hello and see how everybody's doing. Jason Branch, how are you? Good to see you in here. Those of y'all that don't know, I used to be an instructor at Local 100 here in Dallas for the United Association. So I don't know how long I'm gonna hang out today. I'm just gonna kind of see how this goes. Let's see that we have editor Grayson and Austin Chadwick both in the house. Good to have y'all in here. My voice sounds different. And it's probably because number one, I'm on a different roadcaster. Number two, I have not gone through and set up this roadcaster, so I don't know how I'm coming in. Those of y'all that are here all the time, do I sound different? I know that we've normally got a couple of different cameras that we can bounce back and forth to. I've normally got end screens. I've normally got a button I can hit to pause. There's a lot of things that I can do, but I'm just going to kind of play it a little different today. I'm going to look over here and see some questions. You can use Ferguson as a homeowner with a cash and card. Yes, you can. Mulan Coding says it sounds good to him. I see we have Architectural Sheet Metal 101 in the house. Fantastic. Good to have you. Jeremy Vest is in the house. Guys, one of the best YouTube coaches I've ever had in my life. Good to have you in here, Jeremy. Brock Plays says, I bought your merch. I love that. And tell me what you bought, Brock, and I'll try to catch it as it goes by. The funny thing is, COVID is not something any of us expect. Now, we always look at it and say, look, guys, we teach our plumbers, you have to assume every house you walk in, you've got to assume they have COVID. And we do try to treat it that way. The only one that, I've walked in is literally, I went over and saw Will and Sarah last weekend and didn't wear anything in there just because I've been around Will all week long at work. So a lot of different things going on. But the cool thing is we're still getting by. I literally had to go in there and shoot a video today. So I literally told everybody, get out of the office. They all went to lunch. And when they went to lunch, I literally walked in the studio, turned everything on with help from Grayson. He had it on and set up and ready to go. But Austin, Fort Worth, hello from Utah. Good to have you in here. Got a lot of friends up in Utah. So, the neat thing is, look, we can still survive. We can still do the things that we're trying to do. We did go by. I've got a Chinese herb doctor here in the Garland area. He's a holistic doctor. And we went by and picked up stuff that he recommends for COVID. We literally went by the office, shot a video, went by his office. He literally came out, set it on the hood of a car. We picked it up and drove off. So we're trying to do everything that we can to do better. Monster Weird says, who knew taking a plumbing course would get me a new favorite channel? Monster Weird, I love that. I think that's fantastic. Ooh, man, I blew that up. Check it out. I can actually see now, y'all. I like this. Tyler C says, watch Roger, Steve Lavimaneri, and got to learn. Man, all three good channels. We've watched Stephen Lavimaneri before. We've watched Got to Learn. So great people. Tyler, I hate floaters too. Sometimes you have to flush twice. Kind of funny. No, it's not an old NFL injury. I wish I played in the NFL. That would have been fun. BL Productions, number one, you're in the right spot. If you go through and watch all the videos and start with like how to get into the trades, how to get into plumbing, how to become a better plumber, we've got a lot of videos out there. Derek Mercer, I got to tell you, we will hang tough. So that part is for sure. I am actually going to try and move these screens around and put that over here. See if that helps y'all any, because I really don't need to see this. Homer White, how are you doing? Good to have you in here. I want to be a plumber. What should I know? Brock plays. One thing that you can do, we've got a free mini course. And if you, whenever this is over, if you jump over into our live stream or jump over into just our channel, go to the top right corner, there's a link to the free mini course, and that'll help you out. I'm trying to get into Local 5 Plumbing Union. Any tips? Yeah, I've actually got videos made where I talk about getting into the trades and getting into the union. I would watch those. The mod wrenches fit perfect for this channel. Boy, isn't that the truth? The Freeloaders Entertainment, man, you are so right. So it says, what software do you use for thumbnails? We use Adobe. We use Adobe Photoshop. It is fantastic for us. And Montel Johnson Jr., man, a great question. I'll tell you this. You start a plumbing business, first of all, by learning to be a good plumber. And we've got a lot of videos about that on our channel. I hope that you can go over there and watch it. But I mean, literally, I could spend the next 2 hours just telling you how to start a channel. So, and this is a good one. Avery Dean Miller outside says, what state do you live in? Number one, we're in Texas. Everybody who's in here right now, if you would, put in a link or put in what state are you from or what city or state are you in? And are you a plumber? Are you a tradesperson? Or do you want to get into the trades? Sorry about that. BL Productions, have you ever puked on the job? Not in front of anybody. I've actually puked on a new construction job, and it was with this. It's letting editor Grayson comment. Man, how did we figure that out? Check it out. Spencer Williams from Sevierville, Tennessee, plumber, pipe fitter. Gotta love it. Brian Alleman here in Dallas, just a guy who likes watching people who do good work. Brian, thank you so much, man. We appreciate that. We got California, HVACR, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and MCRD 42. Just so you know, I'm also a certified HVAC technician. I don't use it. I've got the card. I've got my, what is it? My EPA certification to recover Freon. So we'll play. Why does a sink pipe have a curb? Boy, good question. I don't know. UK, just a student. Finish the puke story. Yeah, on a commercial job, literally, I'm one of these guys that used to have acid reflux real bad. So I would literally go out in the mornings to work. I'd get on the job, get to moving around, and all of a sudden my stomach could just get sick. And I don't know if it's from all the acid going down to my stomach, but literally I would go over to just a 55-gallon trash barrel that they used to keep on the job sites. Man, I could clean out my stomach and call it good. Jason Branch, journeyman working with BIM. I love that. I've got a friend who's the BIM coordinator over at Brand Engineering, and he has been doing that for probably 20 something years now. Great young man. He probably understands BIM and Revit better than most people. He is phenomenal. Ryan Yoshimoto, Maui, Hawaii. Congratulations, man. You're living the dream, brother. MD is in Virginia. Phone's about to die. That meme. Just wanted to say, love your content, love your trade. Very humbling. Good luck to your future business endeavors. Thank you. We really do enjoy what we're doing. we're having fun. I like this. Drum Sanity by Sam Potter says he's in Allen, Texas, starting his associate degree in construction technology and plumbing at Collin College Trade Program. Will your degree land you many more job opportunities? Yeah, it really should. I think that's great. Homer White is in Little Rock, Arkansas, master plumber. Congratulations to you. Ryan Yashimoto's local 675, so with the union, good deal. I think the sink pipe curb is a P-trap cushion. That makes sense. Okay, because they just don't go straight in. Okay, that makes sense. So it's got the P-trap on the bottom. That P-trap holds water. And the whole purpose of that, it keeps you from getting atmospheric gases, meaning sewer gases, back up into the house. So it really is a big deal. Architectural Sheet Metal said, when will you be offering YouTube coaching for trade channels? I'm actually working on that right now. We're putting together a couple of different things. We're wanting to do a live. That way I can go through it. I'll have to get things set up at the other studio where I can bring in different screens. But we're trying to do this because here's the thing. I want to teach people how to get in the trades and find out what kind of tradesperson they want to be. So that's one course we're working on. I want to teach people that are in the trades how to get better. There are a lot of tradespeople out there that think once they get their license, they're good. They're a professional, and they're right. But the thing is, they can learn and grow and do so much better, and it can really help them make more money because they bring more value to the companies they work for, and I love it. Then the other group that we're wanting to help is people that want to eventually get in and open their own business. So we want to teach them how, and we're teaching trades companies how to use the power of social media with integrity to grow value and bring more revenue into their company. So those are the different things we're working on. I want to say thanks to the Freeloaders Entertainment. Says, keep up the great work. Check out my vids if you can. You know what? I will make sure to check those out. Little Normie, hello from the UK. Good to have you there. Thank you so much, man. That's who I work for. A model what Henry estimates. Oh, that's cool. Jason, he actually just walked in a while ago. That's pretty neat. So you know John Trammell, so that's fantastic. John Trammell's like my second son. So when you see him tomorrow, tell him I say hello. Alex Stoll's local 322 plumber, Maple Shade, New Jersey. So cool, man. I love it up in New Jersey. With my agreement or my sponsorship deal, or I guess it was a contest I won with American Standard, I actually had to go up to Piscataway. So, man, got to go up there and have fun. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Had a blast. And Julie, you're right, man. I am working on it. In a plumbing union, what's the best thing to talk about? What are they looking for? They're looking for people that can help the union grow. They're looking for people that want to become great plumbers, great leaders, great instructors, because eventually they want you to give back to the union by instructing people. So there's some really neat ways there to look at it. Rick Colombo says carpenters play every trade from time to time. And you know what, man, sometimes they do. Tanner Mulligan, good to have you in here. Glad you're a fan. And Julius Fludden Erickson says, hey, I'm a Swedish plumber, man. Good to have you in here. Clumsy Jedi, I like that name, man. In a plumbing union interview, what are the best things to say? Okay, so I already answered that one. Swapped the toilet where the sewer gas was so strong you could float a beach ball above yeah, man, you can do that. Okay, so Muslim plumbers in pipe freeze season, and it happens. Hopefully it doesn't happen often. Hopefully the temperature doesn't get down that it turns out to be a lot of problems. It can be, I get it, but hopefully it's not bad for long. Jake Valla says, how do you feel about compression fittings? Not a shark bite, but the one with the nut and ferrule. Jake, I've used those before. I like those better than shark bite fittings because shark bite is just a press fitting. To me, if it presses to go together, it can come apart a whole lot easier. So, man, I've used them before. There is a time for them. Neil says, stay strong, mate. I had it last March. It'll make you tired for a few weeks, but you'll be okay. The good thing is, Neil, I actually feel good. I'm kind of getting a little bit of congestion, a little bit up in my head, nothing major. The neat thing is I've got a Chinese herb doctor here. I've got my sister who is a witch doctor kind of type thing. Not really, but anyway, I've got lots of things that I'm taking to get better. We're going to get through this. We know it. The strange thing is that the big part of it is my sinuses. I've lost my smell. I've lost my taste. I mean, literally, I ate just a little bit of oatmeal today. I'm not hungry. And it's all just part of it. But man, my treadmill belt should have come in. I'm looking over at my treadmill. My treadmill belt should have came in today. I'm not even able to get up and walk right now because my treadmill's out. But man, it's things that we're going to work on. Freeloader says your reaction vids are very cool. I don't do plumbing, but it's funny to see a pro comment on fails. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of fails out there, and I hate to say it because, you know, we try to educate the community, and not just the plumbing community, but the trades community. We want to teach everybody how to get better. So we're continuously trying to help people improve. And another thing too, this is weird for me because I'm sitting down. Normally I stand up, but with my home studio here, I've got a camera set up right here in front of me, and I've actually got, this is a good one. I've actually got my Sony A6400 up there, A66. And, you know, I've got my Rodecaster from my office. So this is normally the studio that I have in my office, where I've normally got the big Husky toolbox and red lights and stuff behind me. So this is definitely a little bit different. Y'all see here, we've got the map of Houston on our wall because Julie and I have a business that we do down in Houston. It's called Master Networks. If you're not familiar with it, you can go check it out. And if you're into networking or you want to grow your business, and one of the things I teach in all the courses I teach is how to network to grow your business. If y'all want to, you can jump over. Julie and I have a YouTube channel called How to Network, and she can probably put a post to it in here if she wants to. But the cool thing about it is that it literally, we teach people how to grow a network and grow their business, and that's how we did ours. So I hope that helps. So Chase Mercurio says, why would a pipe going to a septic tank from a T sink into a septic tank? Man, I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. Seth the Lawnmower Man, any crazy jobs as of late? You know, there really hadn't been. We've got a lot of sewer pipe repairs under a slab right now. Slab leaks and leak detection are our biggest jobs. And to be honest, it's literally, it's keeping us busy right now. Pickle Jar 251 says, I used to shrunk bite fitting under my sink when replacing a faucet. Am I a bad person? You know, I'm not going to say you're a bad person, but I would check that on a regular basis to see if it starts leaking. I would hate for that to cause you problems later. George Pipes, where's your mask? Can't watch, don't want to catch the virus. Good luck. Don't scratch and sniff your screen. Whatever you do, you're liable to come up. You're liable to come up with COVID if you get too close to your screen. And Austin, I'm trying to show that, and I don't know why it's not coming up, but it may let me do this. Looks like that may have worked. Y'all click on that. It looks like, yep, that works perfect. Takes you right over to the channel. So anybody that literally, and I don't know that I've ever even talked about this before, but you know, Julie and I have another channel, How to Network. And it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what you do. Getting out and networking and learning how to grow your business can be phenomenal. And, you know, think about it. One thing that literally has to happen is you've got to be able to talk about what you do. So whether it's sitting in front of a camera talking about it or going out to an event, when I first started networking, I literally walked into an event, had on a shirt that actually at the time had Texas Green Plumbing. And let me see if and a link to it right there. And of course, it's not going to hyperlink it because I didn't www it. Let me see if I can do this. No, maybe not. There we go. Yes, I can. Don't tell me I can't do something. I will keep trying until I get it. There you go. So literally when I first started going networking, I wore shirts that said Texas Green Plumbing, which is the company that I own. I'll put the link in there. If y'all hadn't seen yeah, Neil, thank you so much, brother. If y'all have not seen Josephine, good to see you in here, girl. I hope you're doing well. So if you hadn't seen my website, and every now and then y'all will see Ruan Marino jump in here, and he's got a YouTube channel. He is phenomenal. He's literally helped me grow my business by making my website better. And those of y'all that know my story about why I got into social media, it literally because marketing people were ripping me off. Well, DeveloMark has done a really good job for me. So, and I talk about them quite often, but y'all can go over and check out our new channel, and that's a link to it. But when I go out networking and wear Texas Green Plumbing shirts, people would walk up and they say, "Oh my God, you're a plumber." And me just trying to be funny, I'd be like, "No, I'm really a drug dealer. I just wear this shirt because it throws the police off." And you'd be surprised how many people come in later and say, "Hey, look, you're the drug dealer, right?" And we'd always start laughing. Okay, so Prodigy Titans, that they're going to get you for spamming. But here's what I'm going to tell you: you don't have to have good grades, but depending on where you're at, you may need to graduate high school. Meaning, look, you can graduate with C's and still be a plumber, and I know that personal experience. But you're going to have to get a diploma. You're going to have to get a GED because at least, and they're changing the laws back and forth here in Texas, or fighting back and forth. So Prodigy Times, I would say this, or Prodigy Titans, tell me where you're at, and let me look at that, and I'll see. But you're right. Just be patient. Please don't throw things over and over and over. But man, you want to try to make good grades. And like Julie said, always do your best. Uh, and I like this. Rick Colombo says the answer is no, but if you can't do basic school, why would you expect to be reliable? You know, you've got to, and in Texas, and the laws are changing right now, but the law has been for the longest, you either had to have your high school diploma or your GED. So, you know, they're changing it right now. But let me tell you, a lot of people will wonder, hey, if you can't finish high school, what makes you think you can finish a plumbing career? Because you've got to get an education, you've got to learn it, and you've got to test. And I don't want to scare you off with that, but I want you to think about it. It's really something that you want to you want to get in and learn and study and become really good at it. And you know, those of you that didn't hear me talking earlier, literally, there's a lot of people that once they get their plumbing license, they stop. That's why we're creating digital courses. We want to teach people how to become the best tradesman, make the most money, how to eventually, as a tradesman, open their own company. And then once they have their own company, how to use social media to grow the business. Okay, I mean, I'm seeing parts of numbers here. It says, "Hey, Roger, USA Air Force veteran. Number one, thank you for your service, Scotty. Uh, I just had a new water heater installed, 50 gallon, self cleaning, gas, 12-year reign. Total with rebate was 1350. Man, I'd say you got a really good price. Uh, don't know what part of the world you're in. Don't know, did they get it permitted and inspected and everything they're supposed to do, or is that required in your area? So it for the Dallas area, that's a very good price. Uh, Dallas area for 12-year water heaters is probably going to be about $2,500, maybe even more than that. and that's pretty much a simple swap out. But we get them permitted, we get them inspected. There's a lot of things that we do. We replace valves, we upgrade all the gas for code. You've got to have a drip leg, a dirt leg on it. You make sure all the flues are right, up to date, and all that. So a lot of different things. Okay, so Brian Fry says have to have a GED in Michigan and Oklahoma and Arkansas. And man, right now in Texas, I don't think you have to have anything. I think that they just changed it. Sean, man, great way to put that. It's easier to succeed at something you enjoy too. And I tell people all the time, find something you love. And that's why I'll tell you this, you may want to jump in and go through the free mini course because, and Sean, I think I've asked you this before. When you got into plumbing, did you know what kind of plumber you wanted to be? Because when I got into plumbing, I had no idea the difference between residential and commercial, construction and service, union and non-union. So there's 6 different opportunities there that I wish I'd have known before I got into the trades. And actually now that I'm in it, I don't, because I learned it all. And that's why I feel I'm able to sit in here and talk. Literally any one of y'all, it really doesn't matter what kind of plumber you are, what kind of plumber you've been. I've done most of it except for septic tanks and stuff like that. So that's why I really enjoy doing this. All right. Hope y'all are doing well. All right. GhostX22. Your stash is what keeps me watching your videos. You know, GhostX number 1. I love that. Thank you so much. And I'm just scrolling back up to the top just to see if I missed any more super chats or anything like that. I don't think I did. Freeloader Entertainment got that one. Ooh, I did. Clumsy Jedi. Man, I'm glad I scrolled back up. Thank you. What to do in a plumbing union interview, or why do they interview? And I'm not sure which way. I think it's what to do. Number 1, dress nice. Look, when you walk in, dress nice. You don't have to be dressed perfect. Don't wear a suit and tie, but wear blue jeans, wear work boots, wear what you think a professional plumber, or wear what you think a professional plumber should wear into a job interview. And I mean, wear nice jeans, go clean. If you have a t-shirt or a button-down shirt, something, tuck it in. Wear a belt, dress nice, leave your phone out in the car. Do things like that because they want to find out, do you act professional? And what kind of an attitude do you have? And my question is, or my attitude is, look, I always want to dress good, dress polite. Guys, I dress like this for videos because I want to look good for y'all. And I mean, think about it. I'm at home with COVID. Normally I'm wearing sweats and a t-shirt, but I want to get dressed up for y'all because this is how I want y'all to see me. Uh-oh. Grayson, did we create a forum today? I may need to jump over there and see. I know that, yeah, I don't know that we created one. I know that the Nightbot is putting one in here. I'm just going to jump over here and see. It won't even let me into that part. Grayson, if we created a form, will you let me know? Because I did not really plan on doing that, but if I did, I can jump in there. So anyway, I hope that helps you. That's what I would wear in an interview. Speak when spoken to, meaning let them ask you questions. I'll tell you a great one too. Always have questions for them. Meaning when they're done and they ask if you have any questions, say, yes, as a matter of fact, I do. Thank you. And ask them, what is the union going to do for me? How is this going to help me become a better plumber? And, ask them how it's going to help you raise a better family. What kind of things can the union offer you to help you do well? You want to help them, but you want to make sure it's a good fit for you. And I think that's always a good thing. When y'all hear me clear my throat like that, make sure you lean far away from the screen. Joshua Talley says, I'm studying for your IT degree. Your dad works piping. He's taught me a lot, and I find plumbing interesting. It's a great career, and my little brother is in IT. He's in implementation, system design and implementation. He's all over it. GhostX, thank you for the super chat. I think you actually gave me 2, yeah. Oh, super sticker. I like that, brother. Man, I'm glad people come back for the stash. Sean says, I expect you to dress nice for date night. Man, Sean, brother, I always dress nice for date night. What is BTC? Good question. Neil, what is BTC, or did you put BTC in? I'm trying to see it. See, I try and answer everybody's question. I know I can't get to it, but I do try. Love what you do what you love. Boy, and that's the truth, Neil. You're all over it, brother. Okay, so I'm going to come up here. Brian Fry says, what do you do when the power company bores through your line and it's still backed up? When power company, man, if they bored through it, you need to be very careful, because number one, if they went through a fiber optic, even if they bored through your line, if you run a sewer machine in there and break it, you're responsible for that. If they bored through it, I would contact them and ask them to come look at it. They may want to run a camera. They may want to do different things, but be very careful, because you will get in trouble. Old Handy Luke says, how do you know so much about boilers in Texas? Boilers are almost all up north. I actually worked industrial, so I worked out at Texas Instruments for about 5 years. And I mean, done and installed chillers, boilers, all kinds of things. So it is what it is. Mediocre Mac says, love your stash. Man, I appreciate that. Rugby league fan says, hi, I live in the UK. What are the advantages and disadvantages of the toilets used in the USA versus the UK? We use a back ejected system straight to the outside rather than going through the floor. And that's really a good question, because we do have rear outlet toilets here. It's just how they're plumbed in. Those are mainly what we use for commercial jobs. For residential, it's the lead bend on the floor and the flange, or a PVC flange, different things. But it really, it's the way the systems are designed. I have installed rear outlet toilets in commercial buildings, meaning like a grocery store, but man, never have I installed a rear outlet toilet in a house, although they are coming up with the wall mounted, or the flush mount system inside the wall. So you mount the toilet on there, and that's something I'm actually wanting to play with. So I'm looking forward to it. I like this. Hard Card Collector says 100% on the attire is part of the impression with the clients. Amen. Juan Miranda Mondragon says, what to do when coming out of high school and you want to be a plumber. You know, I talked about it a little while ago. What we've done is we've got the free mini course. If you, when this is over, go to the top right corner of our YouTube channel, and there's a link to the free mini course. Go in there, and it will help you figure out what kind of plumber you want to be: commercial, residential, service, new construction, union, non-union, a lot of things like that. So I hope that helps. Jinxie Links MUA says, I'm in Canada and have to say thanks for the videos. I tell you what, we love doing what we do. And it just jumped on me, so I got lost. What we do, we love what we do. And man, it's just, I have fun talking about plumbing because I've got a broad knowledge of it, being that I have done commercial and residential. I've done new construction and service in both of those. And I was non-union, I was union, now I'm non-union again. So I can talk about any of it and really help people out. So man, I appreciate that. And I found where I was. That's great. Christopher Constantino. Here's what I'd ask you is, Christopher, first of all, go through the things that I was telling you about, where I talk about the free mini course. The reason being, in the free mini course, I literally I help people figure out what kind of plumber they want to be. Now, you can check with your plumbing union in LA and find out, do they teach residential service? Because I know of another company in LA, Rooter Hero, that they train people to become residential service plumbers, and they're actually a good plumbing company. I went out there and talked to John Acoyan. I like his system. I like the way he's got it set up, and I love the things that he does. So that's what I can tell you is just look and figure out what kind of plumber you want to be first. But right now in LA, it may be a good time to start applying because all the unions are starting to get ready for the new trades coming in or the new class coming in July and August. So it may be good time, maybe a good time to start getting involved, talk to them, and seeing how many people they're looking for and what they do. Got a great question here. Twilight Sparkle says, how do you get water back in a new toilet when you replace it? You turn on the water. It works great. Grady Jones says, just came online. What's the mini course? Those of y'all that there's a couple of links to it in here, but literally, if you go to my YouTube channel and go to the top right corner, there's a link to the free mini course, Plum Study. It'll help you figure out what kind of plumber you want to be, and it's great for you. Sean Strong, I'm sure he does for you, but I was talking about for me. Absolutely. I always get dressed up for Jules. Ron Yashimoto, your second name is the creator of Bitcoin. Gotta love it. I wonder if they're related. Ryan, if so, brother, me and you, same team. Juan, so what to do when coming out? Got that one. Hey, Roger, homeowner here. I just installed a new hot water tank. I need help figuring out why I get a drop in flow after 2 or 3 seconds. Is it a tankless or is it a commercial? Or is it a tank type? And did you use PEX fittings and crimp them or shark bites or what kind of fittings did you use to hook it up? You may have created a flow restriction. That's why I asked. Sean, I tell you what, I want to do a deal where I basically get you and Cruz out here and we video some Q&A and talk about some things. So I'm looking forward to it. I did that one. Okay, so GWG Runge, sponsor US. I'm in the Army and they're asking if I want to reclass to become a plumber in the Army, and I'm really considering it. Here's where it's good for you. And man, I love this. And I've got a video, how to get in the trades if you're in the military. Number one, if they do reclass you as a plumber, start documenting all the plumbing you work on. If you come home to Texas, or if you come home and it's Texas, Texas is really good about helping the military people transition to get a license. So you can get actual credit for that towards your plumbing license here. Now, the good thing is I'm really involved with PHCC and I love what they do. PHCC can actually help you also. And a lot of these hours, and if you have a GI Bill, you can actually help supplement your income while you finish your training over here. But man, I'm telling you, if it's something you think you're interested in doing one day when you're back in the States, man, that could be phenomenal for you. I would jump all over it. I know. Neil, I have no idea. Grayson, have you figured out what you did to get into the live stream? Just curious. Jinxie Link says, also, I love plumbing. Don't know if you've seen the comment about the bugs from your septic tank, but that's why I love plumbing. That's when your love for plumbing came on. I hadn't seen it, but I got to tell you, and there's all kinds of crazy stuff out there. And Ryan, I don't do Bitcoin either, so I wouldn't know much about it. Starting plumbing, should I start as an apprentice or go to school first? The heat, that's a really good question. And I've got to tell you, it really depends on what kind of plumber you want to be. If you want to be a commercial plumber, I would say you may check out the union. You may check out PHCC. Just kind of look at all options. Me, guys, I came up through open shop, meaning I just went out and got a job as a helper. And I got really good at it. And luckily for me, I worked with some really great plumbers. So there's different ways to do it. But what I would tell you is to figure out what kind of plumber you want to be first. Union teaches mainly commercial. So commercial new construction. Now, a lot of the unions are changing, which is a great thing. They are going into where they literally work on residential and residential service. And I think that's going to be big for anybody. Okay, Juan Miranda, I've seen the question about 100 times, so you're good. And I don't know if you're still putting it in there or not. If not, sorry that I called you out. But yeah, I've got a ton of videos going on how to get started in plumbing, and it really will help you out. So, yeah, Grayson, if the questions, guys, kind of ignore the form tonight. We don't have it pinned up at the top, and I hadn't seen anything from Grayson telling me he did put anything in there. So let's kind of figure out what we got to do. But yeah, don't go in there and ask questions tonight. Okay, Chris Crest, you said tank top. So my thing is, did you use PEX? Did you use crimp fittings or push fittings? Because you've probably created a flow restriction there. So when you turn it on at the water, at a faucet, you're getting that pressure that's in the line, but you have created a flow restriction by using the PEX fittings. And this right here is why I tell people all the time not to do that. I tell them to go Uponor or something, or if you're going to use PEX, increase the size of the fittings. That way you don't create a flow restriction. So, man, sorry. Kind of is what it is. Giles Darling says, what makes you not want to get involved with septic work? I do get involved with septic work. We run lines to the tanks. We rebuild the plumbing. We do all the repairs in the house before it gets there. Where I'm located, you've actually got to have 5 years experience in septic to be able to work on them. And it's a special license through, I believe, the Railroad Commission. So it's just something I've really never needed or wanted to do. Here in the Dallas area, there's not a lot of it going on. It's mainly once you get out in the country. Tower says, how do I learn boiler low voltage controls and heat load sizing? What books? 23-year-old journeyman. I've done residential, commercial, and service, and like service the most. I would literally go in and do research on boilers and troubleshooting. You may be able to contact companies like Lochinvar. Don't know if Bradford White does any big boilers. I know that they do the tankless water heaters right up to 200,000 BTUs. So there's a lot of different things that I would say, but I know Lochinvar literally has a bunch of information on their boilers, and that'd be a great place to check. Okay, so GWG Runge, Tennessee, man, I would still look at if they'll let you get into plumbing while you're still in the military. Number one, you can get in touch with the union in Tennessee, PHCC in Tennessee, or you may get home and say, what part of Tennessee are you in? I know people in Eastern, was it Kingston or Kingstown, something like that do service that, man, that they're good people. I'll be happy to help you out, meet them. Bruce Lane says, I started my electrician apprenticeship last week. Good for you. You know what, Bruce? Here's the deal. The things that I teach, you can literally watch most of the videos on my channel when I talk about how to get into the trades and how to get better at the trades. And I really think that it will help you. I truthfully think, I know, Nicord, only 125 likes. That's sad, isn't it? I don't know how many people, actually there's 130 in here right now. So, 136 likes. So more likes than people. That's a good thing. If you hadn't given me a thumbs up, do it just to let me know you're in here. I do appreciate that. And it lets Google and YouTube know that what we're doing is working. So thank you so much. Anyway, if they'll let you get credit for it, man, that would be phenomenal. Bruce Lane, it doesn't matter what trade you're in, brother. You can be phenomenal at it. I love the fact, if y'all hadn't seen it, we're actually starting a new YouTube channel called the Trade Talks. I know that Neil can drop a link into it, or Julie can. We hadn't even put our first video up yet, but we're building a podcast. We've got the Trade Talk magazine, and we're going to be talking to tradespeople all around the world. And I get to ask the question all the time, what's different about plumbing here and plumbing there and things like that? We're wanting to bring in people and talk about that, but we are also looking at interviewing people in different social media platforms and different trades, how they got started in it, how they want to grow, how they can use social media for it, a lot of different things. So if y'all want to, open up another browser, go in and search, or when they put a link in here to the Trade Talks, Editor Grayson put one in there. And Grayson, man, I don't know what you did, but you got blackballed again. So I will do this. So that should be the link to the Trade Talks. Go over there. I'm going to scroll back up here because I've got some things that I passed over. But what I'll tell you is that it doesn't matter what trade you're in. Don't just settle with a license. Don't just get a license and say, look, I'm a journeyman, now I'm a professional. You can grow and learn and do so much more than that. And it'll be fantastic. Blake, right now, man, we don't know. I literally wasn't going to do it at all. I'll probably go another 30, 40 minutes. I wanted to get in here and let everybody know what's going on, why I'm doing what I'm doing, and keep doing what we do. Solia Blue says, I never thought plumbing would be interesting. This channel changed my opinion on it. That is lit. That is it. I love it. Chris Craft, does it drop at every fixture? Just one sometime. The aerator faucet may be plugged. If it's a shower head, your shower head could be clogged. There's a lot of different things. So, Sean, thank you for helping him out there, brother. Esteban says, at this point, to avoid the issue of dealing with an older house plumbing, is it better to just buy new? I tell you what, I love older houses. I think older houses are built a little bit more solid. I'm very familiar with Beazer and David Weekley Homes. So, my thing is, and we watched Will's house being built, and I don't like the PEX as much because they're not oversizing it for flow. And I literally think that if you went through and opened most of the hot water outlets in the house, you'd lose a lot of pressure. So that's my big thing. I don't mind people using it. I just want them to learn to upsize it so it's not a problem. BMAS is not a plumber or maintenance man, and watching you has helped me have a better attitude and enjoy my job more. The good thing is when people watch a plumber work, they all enjoy their lives a lot better. And I'm joking when I say that. I love what I do. I love what I get to do. But the cool thing about it is that we literally, man, we all want to get better. And I think that that's what I preach to people is the fact that, look, you have the opportunity to learn your way up. You have an opportunity to get more skills, more knowledge, and you bring more value to the people you work for. You're going to be worth more money. So Mike, man, I'm sorry, BMAS, I appreciate that. I hope you keep coming back. And those of y'all that have not, if you have not subscribed yet, do me a favor, go down below here and subscribe to the channel. And the reason being, we're working on some things that we're going to be doing here in the next month or so. We're going to be doing some giveaways. We're working on some really cool things, and I can't go into a lot of depth with it right now. Normally I can point over my shoulder and say, y'all see that, my Wednesday videos are sponsored by Ferguson, and somebody mentioned it earlier. Look, I love Ferguson. They've done great things for me. The cool thing about it is I'm working with them on trying to do some things where I can do some cool giveaways. So the people that are subscribed are going to know about it a lot quicker, a lot sooner. And we're going to find ways to make it where people can win some cool stuff. Junks says, do plumbers work all year? Here in the Texas area, they do because of the weather. Up north, I think they've probably got a problem because it can literally freeze them out. Down here, we don't have that problem. Mike Drescher says, I bought a house that needed all water lines replaced from polybutylene during a reno. Absolutely. Got the M12 expansion tool from PEX. Man, I love it. Wow. Well, if you got it for cheap, if you want to let go of it, let me know. I love those things. ABS and PVC, literally, it's what's used in different areas. Out in California, they use the ABS. Over here in Texas, we use PVC. So it's kind of crazy. Jonathan Talley says, would coating a copper pipe with more anti-rusting metal help it not rust as fast or as often? Okay, now copper doesn't rust. It gets calcium and magnesium built up on the inside. It's a man-made product. I know that there's copper ore, but they make the pipe, and any flaws in that, any abnormalities in the metal, like a piece of sand, could literally cause it to eat a hole in it. So there's a lot of different things, but man, it doesn't rust, that's for sure. Krusty Burns says, new here, but what's your favorite beer? Believe it or not, it's Corona, but I have gluten issues, so I don't even drink beer anymore. I drink Jack Daniels and Garrison Brothers bourbon. Amazing. ABS brakes. Expansion PEX would be easier for DIY if the tool wasn't so expensive. But the cool thing is, Mike Drescher, you can rent those tools, so that'll help out a lot. Got Scully's House of Thrillers in here, guys. That's another YouTube channel. If y'all hadn't checked it out, go over and check out his channel. Cool stuff. Good to see you in here. And another one, man, while you're over looking at other channels, Neil, the Urban Explorer, he does a lot of plumbing in his vans. Neil takes vans and builds them to live in and does some phenomenal work. I love watching both these guys' channels, so check it out, guys. Scuff Paranormal, man, the only, I say worst job. The cool thing about it is really there's only been one just horrible job, and it was a house I walked in. I got called to unstop a toilet. I guarantee that toilet had been stopped up for a month and they never quit using it. There was paper and poop and everything everywhere. And I called the company I was at. And this don't get me wrong, guys. This is 25 years ago, 30 years ago. I just told them, y'all need to call somebody else. I just can't do this. Stephen Lavimaneri, how are we? Oh, boy, you almost fooled me. Stephen Lavatarine says, Miss Molly's really enjoying this. Stephen Lavatarine, I cannot say that. I thought that was Stephen Lavimaneri at first. Man, you almost got me. Boy, that was pretty cool. I want to jump over here and see something real quick. Just because I can. Thank y'all for all your help. So, okay, give me a click. There we go. No, it's not working with me today. Yeah, I think you got one of those scammy channels. Good try. Man, I'm glad I caught that. All right, scrolling on down. Tyler Million, Lochinvar has a university, got to pay though. I'll tell you what, if you really want to be great at it, pay for the education. It will help you. Or go to work for a company, but let them know, look, I really want to specialize in boilers. Find one that does. If you can find one that does specialize in boilers already and go to work for them, it'll help you learn and grow. And Old Handy Luke says, go on the Heating Help website if you want to learn about boilers. Fantastic. Ryan says, you should take a vacation to Maui. Come check out the service plumbing market. I think you'd be amazed at the demand. You might end up setting up shop here too. You know, it's funny. I've done that. I've worked on it. I've looked at it. Tobias Markland, thank you very much for the super chat. I do appreciate that. And we have a new member, Jinxie Links, mwah. Thank you very much. Good to have you here. Welcome to the Tuber Turds. Hope you like it. Ryan, I got to tell you, I'm working with a company over there right now in Maui. No, actually, they're in Kona. Sorry about that. I would love to set up a plumbing company over there. I've actually talked to people about it. And don't get me wrong, that may be on my list. So if you're a plumber over there, keep checking me out. We may end up together one day. It's a good thing. Solo Blue says, considering taking it just to get more basics down, which can't hurt. Solo Blue, I saw the comment earlier. The free mini course literally just teaches people what kind of plumbing they would like to be in, meaning new construction or service, residential or commercial. If you want to take it. It'll just, you'll kind of see what kind of things I teach them. I've got a basic course that's not free. We're still working on, we're redoing some content. So we actually hadn't posted videos there in a while, but we are working to up that game and up it all a little bit. Old Handy Luke says loves his boilers. Okay, so Grayson commented again. Man, maybe you just can't post links and stuff, Grayson. And I don't know why, because you know what? I'm not showing you as a moderator. Let me try something. Okay, Grayson, I just tried making you a moderator. I want you to see if that helps or if I just messed you up again. Tobias, again, thank you very much. Saltine Cracker, how are you doing today? If you've been working under the table for a plumber for 10 years, you'll never get your license. He'll get his taken away if the state finds out. And I don't know which one you're talking about there, but man, you are right. And you know, I hate to see guys getting into the trades start off that way. When you get into the trades, it literally is something you want to contact the AHJ, the authority having jurisdiction, because you want to make sure you are getting all the credit you can for the work you're doing. Because in Texas, to get your license, you've literally got to do things for a certain amount of time. And if you don't have your apprentice card, you're not registered, you're not getting the credit for that. And man, I wish there was some way to do it. Scully's House of Video in here. Good to have you. Yeah. Mike Drescher says you can pry my expansion tool from my cold dead hand. Look, brother, I love them. That and ProPress tools, if you upsize the ProPress, man, I have no problem with people using Crimp and ProPress if they will just upsize it. Matthew Lawrence says, I have a job offering to pay for my schooling. Is it worth considering? Absolutely. Yeah, it's always worth considering. If you can get an education and have a job at the same time, really that's what the union is. They put guys out with companies to put them to work, but then they make them to come to school twice a week to learn. It's not a bad thing. Okay, scrolling down. Virgil, my father works as a wastewater operator. Virgil, I tell you what, wastewater operators, I have my WSPS, Water Supply Protection Specialist. So we have a lot of the same licensing. I love it. Man, I think it's a great way to get involved in plumbing. My only problem with that is if he ever wants to own his own company, it's hard. I mean, unless he starts his own municipality or something. So my thought is, and it's funny because I literally had somebody message me just a couple of weeks ago saying that they were a wastewater operator. They wanted to become a plumber and asked me what I recommended. So I love that. Blake Drury, to join the Tuber Turds, down under the link, there should be a thing that says join. Click on it. I think it's $4.95 a month, something like that. It's not much. Jinxie Links, again, welcome. Eric Saldana, hope I pronounced that right, Saldana or Saldana, headed to an unclog right now. Good for you, brother. Out making the money. I love it. Chucky Alarms, that's pretty cool. Do you recommend to abandon an old sewer line in place under a house and route new line to the city main rather than digging it out? If it's the main out, if it's out in the yard, we normally dig right alongside it. We'll pull the old one out and put the new one in. If we're repopping under the house and we're tunneling in the exact same location, we normally remove it. The only time we normally just abandon one is if we're doing a reroute, but we've got to make sure that we can get in a position where we can cap off the lines if they're still tied to the plumbing. That way you don't end up with mud or things like that in it. Rick Columbus says, why don't you need CPVC or PVC primer anymore? We put primer on everything we do. It still is required. The machine guy. How many times have you run into asbestos and do you worry about it? We don't run into it very much. About the only time that we run into it is an old vent on a water heater, and we can just tie right into that so we don't have to mess with it or make it friable. Mococa Boy 17 says, my trip liver linkage is too small for your tub. What should I do? How's it too small? I'm assuming it fit there at one point. Did you modify it, change it out, or did you do something like that? Jeep 2.4 says, I occasionally have little tiny black bits and air come out in my hot tap in the master bath, furthest from the water heater when it runs for a while. 250-gallon water heaters. You've probably got either the washers, if there's flex connectors on the water heater, you could have bad washers there. I've even seen an angle stop close to that outlet, an angle stop that the rubber started going bad, and for some reason that would get back in the water line. So when you opened up hot somewhere, it'd come out there. It's something you're going to have to go through and try to figure it out, because you don't want to. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's just little pieces of rubber. If you grab it, it'll like smear. It's not good. You want to find out where it's coming from so you can stop it. Let me get back to this. Boy, where did that go? Grayson, man, I really did. I made you a mod. Okay, so try it one more time. Oh, and then yeah, it just still shows Grayson as the video owner. I love this. I may have messed you up, Grayson. If I did, tell me and I'll turn it right back off. Cool. Jesse Esquivel says, you make my day, Roger. Man, I appreciate y'all make mine. I mean, it is so cool to be able to come in here. And I mean, look at this. We've got about 125 people in here right now. We're talking plumbing. We're talking everything from people that want to get into plumbing, people that want to get better at plumbing, people that are plumbers but want to open their own company one day, and maybe people that are in plumbing and they want to learn to use social media to grow their companies. So the cool thing about it is, yeah, I love this. It won't let me moderate it just disappeared. Okay, Grayson, I'm gonna quit trying to make you a moderator then. The cool thing is, whether you're a plumber or whether you're something else, if you are in the trades, if you want to get into the trades, let's start over. If you want to get into the trades, you're in the trades, you want to get better. You're a tradesman and you want to open your own company, or you own a residential trades company. The things we talk about here will help you grow, will help you learn to get better. We've got great people in here. Just looking down, I've got Sean Strong in here. Sean is a plumber, and I've seen his work. I've seen what he does over on Instagram. Boom the Plumber. Man, he's phenomenal. And when you look at people like him, you look at people like Cruz, you look at people like Mark up in New York, we get some great people in here, and we get a lot of plumbers from around here that I think it's fantastic. Richard Richardson, I like this. Hey, Mr. Wakefield, it's me again. Hope you are doing great. As for me, I'm doing okay. I started learning Swedish. Now, here's what's cool. Trying one more thing here. Here's what's cool is I'm learning Spanish. While I'm home, I'm literally taking Spanish lessons online, because I want to learn Spanish. So it really is pretty cool. Uh, Austin, if you'll try to comment something again, I tried to make you a mod. Don't know if it did or not. I may have to be editor Grayson in order to do something like it. Grayson. I know it won't let me, it won't let Neil, it won't let anybody fix Grayson but Grayson. Grayson, go into your own name, go to the three dots on the far right, see if you can make yourself a moderator. I want to jump back in here into the chat for just a little bit. Monoxin says, good afternoon. Do you have a good trick for helping clear old galvanized pipe? And the thing is, on old galvanized pipe, you literally just have to replace it. And I hate to tell you that. It's got so much buildup in there, you'll never get it out. And if you do, it's just going to build up again. And eventually it's going to rot the walls, and you're going to end up having leaks that are a problem. John Dude says, what do you do if your floater in your toilet doesn't work? You change it. John Dude, literally it's a flapper. I don't know if you're talking the ball for the ball cock or the flapper, but one of those, you got to replace it. I've got a video, how to stop a running toilet guaranteed, and check it out and see what it'll help you do. Had a plumber in Michigan just tell me we're not required to use primer anymore. Rick, I would check the product and look at the cement that you use and see if it says primers are required. They're modifying things all the time. And I'm sure they've got a glue now that, you know what, it self cleans, self binds, self adheres, does everything. So I don't know that they may have something new. And yeah, Shadow Stock's right. You can get yourself a new float. I'm wrenched. Good for you. I'm trying to see. Grayson, if you had a wrench. It's funny. Every time I try to do something for Grayson, it tells me he's the video owner. I can't do anything. Shadowstock says, just watch that vid. I love it. Hello from New Brunswick, Canada. I'm a plumber for a school district. I love it. Journeyman plumber, 27 years old, worked in new construction for your first few years in residential and commercial service. Alan, number one, welcome. I love the fact that we do get plumbers in here quite often, and I think it's really, really neat. Zukovic says, what do you think of old lead plumbing? Should I replace it or keep it? My thing is the old lead plumbing that we have here, normally it's just for a toilet bin or a bathtub, some old traps. When we get in there, we just go in and change it out. There's no point in keeping it. It's not going to ever get better or anything like that. And if we're going in so far to work on it that we're already to it, we like to just go ahead and get rid of it. So just to let you know. Yeah. Monoxin, I just got to tell you, I've had to do that. I went to a really good friend of mine who's got a house. It's behind Lath and Plaster over in Fort Worth. And we had to open it up. I mean, you've got to do what you got to do. Man, I feel for you because it's a lot of work. Jeep 2.4, man, you're more than welcome. Thank you. Glad to have you in here. You use polypropylene pipes in Texas. We do. We use poly, we use PEX, we use PEX A, PEX B, PEX C. I love Uponor when you start getting into the flexible. I love it. What we don't do is we don't work on the PB, the polybutylene anymore. It started messing stuff up, and we don't even mess with it. Shadowstock says, I'm just interested in learning about it. No intentions on doing it. Hey, brother, there's nothing wrong with learning to do it. Yeah. Editor Grayson's full of witchcraft. And Neil, you can share that video that we just did about the bidet. That's actually been really good today. I'll tell you what, Editor Grayson is phenomenal. And I love that he's in here because, guys, he's good at what he does. Atlas, I like the way your name shows up. Man, I am glad you're a fan. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Neil's trying to time editor Grayson out. I love that. Amber Mendoza, si habla español. Yes, I am. God, what is it? I'm learning Spanish, trying to, so I'm having fun. Tobias, we're not doing the forum today. I just jumped in there and saw that. And I'm sure that, yeah, the night bot is going to put the forum link up where as you see, I'm from home today. So there's no forum. We will make sure we get that set up and see what we can do to make that work. Wish I could change in my flapper. She never shuts up. I need to replace it with a broken one. That's funny. Yeah, everybody has to be here legally. Man, that's a big deal over here in the United States. If you don't have proper ID, Social Security, and immigration forms, I-9 stuff, man, the company owners can get in bad trouble. Ignore the not bot. I wonder if I should go in and hide the not bot. Never mind, that's not a good thing. Yeah, I can't get rid of my mustache. Christopher says, considering applying for a local. Okay, talked about that. Yeah, even at 23, Christopher, man, that's no problem. That is a good age. Ooh, Jaeger bombed. Love it. I'm an apprentice plumber from Canada. Work for a company that does some new construction and service work. Learning tons of new stuff every day. Learning lots of new stuff from YouTube. Fantastic. I love that. I'm glad you're here. Fusion welding. I've done it before. It's been a while. I did a lot of that at Texas Instruments. So, the good thing is with my past, I've done a little bit of everything. Pick C for the hottest. There you go. Have an opportunity to get in this trade. I'll start in a week. Boosted Hicks. I got to tell you, man, I love it. This trade has been phenomenal for me. I've made a great living at it. And I tell anybody else they can too. If they'll just work and learn and grow, you can do phenomenal. Yes. Yeah, that's it. How's the Nightbot a mod and Grayson didn't, man, that's sad. There we go. Neil put the link in there. DIY plumbing, how to install the toilet bidet seat. I'll tell you what, we had fun doing that one. Watching your videos are great. Being a service plumber in DFW, I can relate strongly with what you post. True Pride Gaming, man, I appreciate it. We're here in Richardson, so I love that. Bab Queen says, how would plumbing in Texas differ from plumbing in Georgia? We're probably further enough south. It probably doesn't differ a lot. Normally where you start looking at where it differs a lot is the plumbers up in New York, the plumbers up in Green Bay, stuff like that. They have to bury their water lines and sewer lines a lot deeper. Up there, they'll freeze. Down here, they won't. So we've never had any problems. So that is probably it. I'm going to stay in here a little bit longer. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm going to go ahead and go till about 5 o'clock. So about 25 more minutes. Sitting here is really hard for me just to sit here. I'm normally up moving around. I need to order my stand-up desk so I can make everything move. I will work on that. Can Canadian plumbers work in the States? Yes. Contact the states you want to work for. Check on reciprocity. Like if you're coming to Texas, we just needed to get in touch with the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners, contact them, and let you show proof that you have a license. They'll let you come down and work for 6 months while you get ready to take the test. That way you can learn the things you need to. And man, it's all good. Robert Hurd says, I love the vids. Thank you so much. Guys, I really do appreciate y'all being here. If you are here and you do like what we do me a favor and just click below, subscribe to the channel. If you like the things we're talking about in here, everybody gives us a thumbs up. Or everybody, please do give us a thumbs up. And what I mean by that is it lets YouTube know that we're doing good. It lets the YouTube algorithm know to put us out in front of other people. So anytime you find a channel that you like say you go over to the Urban Explorer and you like what he does, because his videos are phenomenal. You go over and like what he does, and subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, give him a thumbs up on his videos. It lets the YouTube algorithm know he's doing good things. And it's literally a way to help the content creators grow. It helps you keep those channels around even longer. And when the YouTube algorithm likes what we do and they put us in front of other people, it helps us, because what it does is it leads to more views, which leads to monetization, which helps us buy better cameras and do better equipment and things like that. So if you like what we're doing, all I ask, whether it's me, Neil, Sean, anybody else, all I ask is that you subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and give a thumbs up. That way, the YouTube algorithm knows we're doing something good. Tim says, have you tried European wrenches, and what do you think? Which are better? Greetings from Germany. Tim, I haven't. I've actually reached out to some companies over there. I know that y'all have got some amazing brands. I think it's like what YPro, WePro, something like that. I've got some stuff that I've reached out to, and I'm definitely wanting to try all kinds of cool stuff like that. Jeep Life Adventure says I look like Mr. Clean. Actually, I think I'm better looking, but I'll take that. Yeah, anything German made is usually A1. Amen. Tobias says, I was taught by a licensed plumber while working as a building maintenance worker, but I cannot do easy installs for insurance reason. What is your opinion on that? No, I'm glad you cut it short. Tobias, here's what I would say. I'm not sure where you're located, but do what you can to start getting your plumbing license. It can literally change your life. It's a great thing. And man, I feel bad for people, maintenance people that work on plumbing for years. They never get their license. And then when they decide they don't want to be a maintenance man anymore, they just want to focus on plumbing, it kind of messes them up. So I really feel sorry for them. Jinxie Link says, how often should the wax seal be changed around the inside bottom of the toilet to the main sewage? As long as your toilet is not wobbling or loose, as long as you're not having to plunge it a lot to put any pressure against it. Man, I've lived in houses that we never changed them. But if you have it back up and you plunge it a lot, you can put pressure on that wax. Also, if you've got a toilet that rocks and wobbles, when it rocks and wobbles, it's going to pull that loose and you're going to start to smell it. So Jinxie Links, to be honest, if you're starting to smell it, if you get water out from under it when you flush, that's when you need to pull and reset the toilet. I like this. Matthew Reed says, I want to see some more Orbeez videos. We're working on that. We've got different things that we're working on. They're coming. I'm telling you, they are coming. Sean says he's got to go, business owner, and ask if they want to buy a new faucet. Brother, you go do your job. Thank you very much. I appreciate you being here, Sean. And Sean, I appreciate you putting in the link to the subreddit. If y'all see any plumbing pictures, plumbing videos, either good or bad, you think it's great, you think it's horrible, please share it with me there. Put your name in there and let's see. We pull videos there we pull videos and pictures for our videos, and it's really been pretty cool. Boosted Hicks says, my father was a jack of all trades, but master of none. I want to make him proud by setting the standard for my area. And good for you. I love that attitude. And look, there's people here in North Texas that are licensed plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs. Now, I call them overachievers, but it's something I wish I'd have done when I was younger. I have my plumbing license and I'm an HVAC tech. Never really wanted to go to school to become a certified electrician or a master electrician, although I think it'd be great to have. It's just something I don't do much. Drew Rambacker says, what's your least used tool? The least used tool. And there's probably a bunch of them because plumbers have so many tools for all these little specific things we need. So there's a lot of them we may not touch, God, maybe once a year. Goodbye, Sean. First L, wouldn't that be awesome? Wakefield for governor of Texas. Oh my God. Boy, don't get me up on my political rant. Governor Abbott will end up trying to shut me down. Look, I think Governor Abbott's got a tough job. I think that there's a lot of people that tried to get in to make the plumbing board better, and he didn't pick them because of a political agenda. it is what it is. I hope nothing but the best for them. I hope they do well. And look, I like Governor Abbott. I think that he's been good for Texas. I think he's good for the United States, to be honest. But at the end of the day, I may run against him one day. Wacky Force says, "What are some of the things you wish you knew about being a business owner before you became one?" I would tell you there, get the right coaches, consultants in front of you before you start your own business, because there's so many people that have no idea how to start a business, and I was one of those. I had to learn on the fly. Uh, get your name, get your license, get your insurance, get a good CPA or accountant or bookkeeper or all three of them. Man, I'm just telling you, there's a lot there, but you need it. Yeah, Neil, thank you for everything you do, brother. Man, I am doing as I'm told. I'm taking all the medicine I'm supposed to take. I'm getting rest. I'm really doing good. Trevor says my kitchen sink washer drain is 1.5 inches that runs into 2-inch cast iron pipe, but it's under concrete. The drain overflows when the washer drains. Should I break up the concrete in order to run 2-inch up? Here in Texas, 2-inch goes all the way up through the washing machine box. So if you can't get it cleaned out enough, and it may just be partially clogged, you may try that. It's not unless you just got a new washing machine, maybe it pumps more. So yeah, you need to look at it and see what kind of problems you got. Man, I hate having to tell you to jack up the floor to fix it, but sorry about that. Yeah, keep the metric system out. Me too. It's tough. Yeah, Neil, brother, we love having you here, man. The algorithm, man, it's watching us, man, too. Watching USS, man, too. It's watching everybody. You've got to learn how to play the algorithm game. But when I do live streams and I get people in there, ask them, look, if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. It does let the algorithm know we're putting out good content. If when you watch these videos, you give us a thumbs up, if you go in and comment about it, and I love this video. It tells the algorithm, things that we can't tell it. So, man, it's really much, much appreciated. What's the best way to locate pipes behind walls during a renovation repair? Try not to rip out the entire wall. And there's a new thing, and I wish I could remember the name of it, but it's an app, and it literally hooks up to your phone, and man, it will show you what's in the wall. I found this thing a couple of years ago when it first came out, and I think it's just cool. So hope you can find it. Google how to see what's in the wall. You'll figure it out. Pulling hot tub guy here from Ontario. Not even sure how I ended up here in your channel, but it's fantastic. Blair Scotton, number one, I'm glad you're here. We do slab leaks and leak detection, but we also do leak detection on pools. And man, that may be how you ended up with it. I've got a product I use called Leaktronics. I think it's phenomenal. So hope it helps. Yes, shadow stock, man. I don't know if you heard me just a second ago, but commenting as well also does boost the algorithm. So, man, number one, if you like the channel, subscribe to it. That helps a lot. And not just subscribe, but ring the bell and then like a video when you watch stuff like this. And if you like what we're doing, give us a thumbs up. If you don't, God, give us a thumbs down or send me a message and say, hey, here's why I don't like what you're doing. I would appreciate that. Why are you streaming at home today? Man, Vladimir, let me, man, it's been a while. So let me go through everything. I'm going to tell y'all how my last week went. Literally one day last week, I woke up with a swollen knee. Refill on water. I love that. Literally one day last week, no, not last week, the week before, I woke up with a swollen knee and I started getting floaters. And what floaters are, it's when your retina starts detaching, you get these black spider webs or dots in your vision. So both of those things happened last week. Well, then I had an appointment on, I don't know if it was Monday or Tuesday, but anyway, Tuesday morning, I'm working in my office trying to move a locker and I reached out and grab it. I detached my bicep from my elbow. And you want to talk about something that hurt. Literally the tendon broke and it pulls up. But when the tendon broke, I knew immediately what had happened. So I went and talked to a surgeon that afternoon. The next night, I went in for an MRI so they could figure out exactly what to do. Literally the next morning, part of the part of the surgery protocol, you've got to go in for a COVID test. I'm showing no signs at all, at least at this time, showing no signs at all. I go get tested and it tells me twice that I've got COVID. So, and meaning I took two different tests. So literally, I'm working from home. And if my camera goes away, I'm going to talk my way out. I think I've got everything plugged in. I don't see anything telling me I've got low battery or anything, but I did just see it blink. I don't know if y'all saw that. If it goes away, I'm just going to get on out of here. But Vladimir, that's the thing. I've got COVID. I've got a detached bicep. I've got floaters. I've got a swollen left knee. COVID's the big deal. Don't get me wrong. I'm taking a lot of things that I'm doing. So yeah, that is it. But the bad thing is, or the good thing about it is, I've got a holistic doctor here in the Dallas area I go to. So I've been to see him. I'm taking stuff from him. My sister is out in the boonies. She's got stuff a vet told her to take. I'm even taking it. So there's so many things that I'm doing. Have you had to call a plumber for something you couldn't do yourself? Matthew, I've got to tell you, I've never had to, luckily. I have had plumbers call me because we specialize in slab leaks and leak detection. So, we got Sean back. Did you sell it, Sean, or no? Just curious. Scotty Haynes says, do you think it's better to get started in the trades by going to a company or through the union? Scotty, good question. Sorry about that. Water went down the wrong pipe. It really depends on what kind of plumber you want to be. Go take my free mini course. I talk about, I think Julie gave me the wrong kind of water. The thing is, it literally, the free mini course will help you figure out if you want to be commercial, residential, service, new construction, union or non-union. That may help you decide where to go through. But getting into the trades is great. How's everybody doing? Number one, and tell me real quick, just do a hashtag yes. If I'm home for the next 2 weeks, do you want me doing the live stream from here like this, or do you want me to skip it until I get back in the studio? That'll help me out. Sean says, head to the supply house now to get the faucet. Good deal. PPE, boy, isn't that the truth, Sean? Nice question. Sand, first year Prince, wanting any quick thoughts on boiler bypass? Set up a cast iron boiler with a fin tube baseboards. You know, Sand, I got to tell you, we don't do a lot of boilers here. If you can bypass one to keep the rest of the system live, it's always a good thing to do. I actually literally had a call today from a friend, has 2 water heaters. The second one is leaking. I'm trying to teach him how to bypass it to help him out. Ooh, boy, that jumped way down far. Okay. Man, I had a question here that just popped up. Okay, I'm getting close. Somebody had a question about if I had things that can do to help them because they want to be a plumber. Guys, look, here's the deal. Go to the playlist that we've got, how to become a plumber or getting started in plumbing. There's a lot of them there that can literally help you learn everything that you need to learn. So there's documentation of plumbing hours pass, authentication. Yes. Yeah, you get your hours signed off on somebody else, and it makes all the difference in the world. And guys, my deal jumped on me, so I got lost. I'm not sure where I was. TV Junkie said, I convinced the super of my building to let me replace my leaking faucet. Good for you. Neil, thank you for the super chat. Brother, I will get better. Love you too. I appreciate everything you do. Man, you are phenomenal. And you're amazing in here, but you know that. I'm going to go ahead and scroll on down a little bit. Matthew Reed got a super chat. Have you had to call a plumber for something? No, I didn't. I didn't see the super chat. I saw the question earlier. So thanks. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Neil, you want to talk about pain. when your tendon down here literally separates, and I mean my bicep muscle, it's funny because when I make a muscle now, it's like way up here where my other one goes all the way to the elbow. So it's kind of crazy. Getting old does stink. Boy, Creamy Brianna, boy, you are right. Do they use ProPress to put the bicep back on? Man, I almost wish they would. Boy, if they could just clip that in and be like, done. I'm just kind of scrolling through. I got a lot of great stuff in here. Man, favorite tool, there's a bunch. Okay, so man, good. I love hearing that, guys. So I will keep doing it at home. Look, I don't mind being in here and doing a live. I actually enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't just tear the bicep. It completely detached from my elbow. It is crazy. Joe Blow, how are you doing? Hands-on is how you learn plumbing. Just get out and do it. Boy, isn't that the truth? Guys, I'm kind of scrolling through kind of quick because we're getting close to 5 o'clock, and I'm going to go ahead and jump out of here. Number one, I really appreciate you all being here. Ringo Hayes back in here. Good to see you. Hadn't seen you here in a while. Yeah, no phone at the interview. Man, that is so true. Dudastool, hello from Romania. Good to have you in here. Hello from Dallas, Texas. Roger Bad, forgot your way out in Texas. Far from a northern here. Absolutely. You know, and we all do things different, but the cool thing is there's a lot of things that we all do do the same. And that's why I'm all for, I wish that we had a national certification where plumbers could learn things. And of course you'd have to get the federal government involved somehow. Yeah. Babalu Farb, I wish I'd have been preparing for something like that. You know, the thing is, I wish that we had a national certification. So if Sean was out of work and a tornado came through and we needed plumbers, he could just come in here and start working because he would know what's going on. Blair Scouton, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. I got to tell you guys, number one, for having COVID, I feel fine. I literally wish that nobody had to go through this because the biggest problem is the taste and the smell. I mean, literally, there's nothing has flavor, nothing. And that is so hard for me to believe, but there's nothing there. I eat oatmeal in the morning, no butter, no milk, no sugar. I think Julie said she's putting cinnamon in it just because she wants it when she makes hers, but it doesn't help me at all. Ollie Grubb, greetings from Yorkshire. Good afternoon to you, or good afternoon from here. What time is it over there, Ollie? Just asking. And man, I'm doing okay. I just came down with COVID a couple of days ago. It's been a rough couple of weeks, or actually rough last week and a half. I got diagnosed with COVID last Thursday. I feel fine. I've lost my taste and smell. Well, Sean, you could just jump down and plumb, you know. You just got running water. Man, I can come up there and help you figure that out too. It's easy. Okay, Babalu, the Nightbot blocked your comment, but yeah, y'all got to be careful what you say. The Nightbot will lock you down. I tell you what, Creamy Brianna, eat spicy foods. I always eat spicy foods. Nothing bothers me right now. I mean, I guarantee I could eat habanero peppers right now. It would not. I couldn't taste it at all. Yeah, Julia, I'm gonna literally get Soldier 22. That's why I always do the green card lottery, taking my knowledge to the USA from Ireland. Uh, the good thing is plumbers in other countries that have experience. All I'll tell y'all guys is document your experience, show that you've got proof through a license, through different things and stuff like that. And you will, yeah. Babaloo Farb Nightbot is the algorithm. It literally gets in when you say things it doesn't like. It hides your comments. So anyway, T1 Savage 866, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Vladimir from Moscow, good to have you in here, brother. I love that. Yeah. Ringo Hayes says, how are you preparing for the new 50%? Yeah, over 50% business tax. Man, I'll tell you what, it scares the heck out of me. Guys, I'm going to jump in here real quick and just tell everybody, look, those of y'all that are in here, I really do appreciate y'all being here. We had a hard time getting started today. I need to get things set up here in a better way, and we're going to make it work. Harry Long, thank you from the UK. I really do appreciate it. Guys, we're trying to get through this. And the neat thing about it is we're doing things different. As you see, I'm hanging out here at the house. I'm still getting dressed up for y'all. And believe it or not, I can't smell it, but Julie told me I smell good. I still put my cologne on. Central Worcester County, good to have you in here, Repairman Man. I want to see this one here. Yeah, Soldier 22, your comment got retracted by the bot, but I can't disagree with you, brother. Guys, what we love the things we get to do. Those of y'all that know me, look, I love plumbing. I love the trades. If you have not done it yet, when we're done here, y'all jump over. We've got a new YouTube channel called The Trade Talks. I had to think of which one. If you want to learn more about that, or you want to learn how to network, we've got another one that Julie and I are doing called How to Network. You'll have to find it. We literally we make videos to help people grow, and both of these things are helping people in the trades grow their business. I literally had no idea that I had to learn more to grow more. I thought I was a licensed plumber. I was doing great. So we're going to keep trying to go live from the house. Hadn't thought about LinkedIn yet, Sean. We're looking at it and trying to figure out what it is. We may get up in the morning and play with it and see what we can do. The good thing, Rapunzel 1212, is I don't have any brain fog. Julie's got COVID too. We're both sleeping well. We're trying to make things happen. And man, so far we're getting through it. I got to tell you, I really am glad that I jumped in here today. I love having you guys in here. I love being able to communicate with y'all. It's been wonderful. We're gonna get through all this. It really doesn't bother me. I just hope that you know what, Sonny J, good luck with that, brother. That's all I can tell you. See, why does somebody have to go in and do something like that? Sean Strong, you are all over it, brother. I love it. I think that I can go right here. Make sure it's the right one. Oops, wrong one. If I go right there, nope. Boom, right there will do it. Oh, somebody's already hitting me. Y'all did good. Love it. See, hey, Sean and Neil are all freaking over it. I see it. I love it, brother. He's been flushed. So, guys, here's what I'll tell you. If you're an apprentice coming in, we've got videos in here. Go watch them. They will teach you how to learn. Go to the top right corner where we talk about the trade talks and plumb study. I've got a free course in there that'll help you figure out what kind of plumber you want to be. If you've been here before, man, thank you for coming back. I do appreciate it. If you have not subscribed, please go down there, subscribe, ring the bell so you'll know when we're going live next time, and it'll let you know when we're putting new videos out. If you like what we're doing, if you jump into a video and you like it, do me a favor. Give us a thumbs up, comment, let me know what you like about it. But I'm the kind of guy, if you don't like it, let me know what you don't like about it. I learned from that too. Anyway, guys, I'm Roger Wakefield, lead AP, the expert plumber. I'll see you in the next video. Mr. Brinsky, thank you so much. Well, I call that, yeah. If you ever move to Florida, I'd love to have, or move to Texas from Florida. Love to have you here. Guys, I really do hope that I know. And you know what? I've got a stream deck here with me, but I can't, I don't have all my stuff. So we'll get all that set up. Anyway, guys, thank you. Man, and another one. I hate getting out the super chats. Mr. Brinsky, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Mass Text X95. Roger, I hope your health is well. Thank you for everything you've done, especially your videos. Very informative, great knowledge. Guys, man, look, I love y'all. I appreciate this community and being able to get in here and do the things that we do. Thank you both so much for everything. And I know that we got a new member today. Trying to scroll up and see if I can see her name again. It was Jaxie, and I'm close. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for everything that you do. I really do appreciate y'all being here. Like I said, if you hadn't done it yet, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on anything. I'm Roger Wakefield, lead AP, the expert plumber. I'll see you in the next video if you don't get flushed.